For years, the planners have been talking of shifting Covent Garden Market, but it's still there, a stone's throw from Leicester Square in the heart of London, sprawling over streets which have become some of the most congested in Britain. Flowers and 40% of all fresh vegetables and fruit sold in the country go through this market. No wonder the ordinary motorist finds it difficult to get through it. It's a general clearinghouse for produce from all parts of the world. Today, lorries start to roll in as the theatre crowds are going home, although selling doesn't start until 5 in the morning. The present layout of the market dates back 130 years. Officially, it covers 6 acres, but it overspills into surrounding buildings, and the business stretches over some 30 acres. That means 30 acres of inflammable boxes, which, says the local authority, is a serious fire risk. Thousands of Londoners have never got up early enough to see Covent Garden in full swing, but it's one of the sights for tourists year after year, and sometimes a late reveller or two finds himself there. This is the only wholesale flower market in the country. But if you like to get up early, you can buy retail too. And right among the flowers and vegetables is London's most famous magistrates' court, Bow Street, which attracts a rather different clientele from the building opposite, the Royal Opera House. At 6:30 in the morning, there are about 1,500 heavy vehicles in the area, not to mention all the hand barrows. 4 hours later, half that number will still be there, unable to move and get on with the business of distribution. If you complain about the blockage, market people will tell you that they were in the area long before other businesses, and you try to get through at your own risk. I said your own risk! The police do their best to keep things moving, but no wonder many planners doubt if a central city area is the right place today for food markets. People who think Covent Garden has a distinctive atmosphere would have no doubt at all about Billingsgate. That's the clearinghouse for all Britain's fisheries, handling some 600 tons daily. Fish comes in from all English ports and a number of foreign ones as well, and has to be got in and out quickly so as to be in the shops while it's still fresh. Talk about using your loaf. You certainly need a strong head to work here. Even with a leather hat, it's heavy work. These hats are handed down through the generations. Nobody knows how old some of them are. When they let the water in, the cobbler puts a new sole on the top. The market works on a strict code of honor. Sales are by sample, and it's certain that the sample shown will be representative of the whole consignment. Nothing's written down. Prices are fixed verbally, and both buyer and seller know that they can trust one another when the day of reckoning arrives. Some of the merchandise comes in alive. Below the market, there are boiling tanks for shellfish. The business of Billingsgate has decreased since the war. Many large concerns now buy direct from the quayside at the fishing ports. But plenty of buyers still appreciate a central point where they can take their pick of the catches from all ports. A cry you'll often hear is, "Up the hill." This means a porter needs a shove up with a heavy load, and it's a well-known way of making the odd beer money. If you're nippy enough, you can make quite a few shillings in the course of a morning. Porters are paid by the number of boxes they carry, so no wonder everybody's in a hurry at Billingsgate. There's something of a traffic problem here too, but there are no plans to shift this market. Some people think that disused coal exchange should be pulled down to make more room, but lovers of Victorian architecture oppose the idea. One way to clear the roads is this new wharf they're building. It's hoped that fish from Scandinavia will be delivered direct by fast cutter, saving time as well as traffic. But there is still the question whether the City of London, where land is worth more than anywhere else in the world, is the right place for a fish market. For more than half the day, the area is deserted, while city firms round the corner jostle for office space. The central London markets, known all over the world as Smithfield, handle more than 400,000 tons of meat in an average year. Smithfield claims to be the largest covered market in the world. It's certainly the best laid out in London. Some people are reminded of a cathedral by the lofty roof. Others, struck by the preponderance of white coats, think of a hospital operating theatre. But certainly the noise on a busy morning is far from the peace and quiet of either. Meat comes from all corners of the earth: Scotland and Venezuela, New Zealand, the Argentine. There are even arrivals from Yugoslavia from time to time. 350 3-ton lorries can park in the spacious avenues round the market. This area of the market was destroyed by fire some years ago. Immediately, surviving firms offered space to their rivals, and things were soon moving again. That's the sort of spirit they have in the market. In the meat market, they've a different style of headgear. Porters are paid according to the sort of load they're carrying. Some of them work for firms of wholesalers or carriers. Others are self-employed. They're called bummeries. But whichever system they work under, men who carry meat out of the market must be licensed every year. And you don't get a license without a good character. Each firm moving supplies has a parking space allotted for lorries. This keeps the merchandise flowing faster than can be done in other markets. By 1 p.m., the business of the day is over. Soon, all the 29 market gates will be shut. There's a restaurant just round the corner where many of the market executives and dealers go for lunch. What do they eat? Meat, of course. And these men are some of the best judges in the country of a chop or a steak. This restaurant isn't large, but it has been known to sell 350 pounds of steak, not to mention other cuts of meat, in one lunchtime. It's the scale of eating you might expect from people who go shopping by the ton.